Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. This is Start, Sits, and Salutations, and I'm Joey Wright, and I'm going to be here with you guys every week talking to you about starts and sits and everything to really help you with your fantasy football team, but also maybe to help you with life. And I'm going to do it in really fun and exciting locations. So come with me, won't you? Starts. Today we're at Cranesroost Park in Altamont Springs, Florida, and I actually grew up in this area. In the early 1800s, it's actually one of the southernmost stops on the Underground Railroad. But today, people mainly just use it to jog and sell gateway drugs to teens. But the only thing I'm here today to sell is Brandon Cooks having a bounce back week against the Colts, and maybe some cocaine. They say you shouldn't feed birds bread, rice, or firecrackers because they might explode. Use corn instead. If you want to see a real explosion this week, play Taylor Heineke against Kansas City Chiefs. There you go. I bet this turns their feathers yellow. My grandmother always told me never to say your wish out loud because it might not come true. So I'll keep that wish between me and the voices in my head. But one thing I will tell you is James Robinson is a high upside RB1 this week. I think I saw a buffalo nickel back there. Hunter Henry's a step in the right direction to start this week. In 2019, all the water fountains in the park were contaminated with a highly flammable pesticide, killing 84% of the squirrel population in the park. It was quite the tragedy. An even more larger tragedy would be sitting Zach Moss on your bench this weekend. Is the camera off? I'm actually kind of glad they died. Sits. Everyone, I have some exciting news. My best friend Eduardo is here to help me with our very first sit of the day. Eduardo, how are you doing? I'm doing great, Joey. Hey, thank you so much for being in the park with us to help me with this sit. Now, I have a question for you. Who would you sit this week? Well, Joey, if I had to sit one player this week, it would definitely be Kirk Cousins.
Joe, we can see your lips moving the whole time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Whenever my wife gets upset with me, she sends me here to the park to think about what I've done, and I like to sit here on this bench. Usually it's just silly things I've done, like not doing the dishes, generally speeding, or stealing her horse riding pants. Another person that should be on a bench this weekend is Adam Thielen, but not because he stole pants. They lock up the bathrooms here after 5 o'clock to keep raccoons out trying to make homes in the urinals. One player I recommend keeping out this week is Robert Tonyan against the Chicago Bears, who are one of the best teams against tight ends. One of my favorite ways to relax during fantasy football season is to come out to the park here and skip some stones. Another thing I'd recommend skipping this week is starting any Seahawks running back against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They allow the 5th least amount of fantasy points to any running backs in the NFL. I forgot to get a stone. Let me get one. Jesus Christ!